super. I'm number 5 on chat. Of course. Jay Yorker. Hello, Jay Yorker. Welcome to this early morning broadcast of mine. It's 12:20 a.m. Monday morning here in Australia on the East Coast. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's Valentine's Day in America, isn't it? And in Europe, I suppose. Yeah, we're 16 to 19 hours ahead here. I talk about anything that pops into my head, and at this early hour, I really haven't got much to talk about. Just to say, I just finished watching the movie The Martian with Matt Damon, and it wasn't a bad movie. Yeah, I'm from Australia, from the land down under. I live in Jersey, eh? Well, is that different to New Jersey? Or is that Jersey City? Is that, New Jersey, Jersey City? New Jersey. Okay. Thank you for that. Whereabouts is New Jersey? Is it East Coast, West Coast, in the middle, North, South? What's the time where you are? Well, Zachary S is watching. Hello, Zachary S. Welcome to my impromptu broadcast. I just finished watching The Martian on DVD. 8:22 a.m. Oh, so you're towards the East Coast. I know we're 16 hours ahead of the East Coast in America and 19 hours ahead of the West Coast. But once daylight saving finishes here in Australia, we can take an hour off that. So what's the weather like in June? Be right back. Okay. I probably won't be long here anyhow. I just, as I said, I just finished watching that movie, and I just thought I'd do a quick impromptu broadcast, just to let everybody know I'm alive and kicking. Yes, yeah, it was an interesting movie. Special effects never fail to amaze me. What they can do in movies these days. Cheers. So, Zachary S, if you're still watching, where are you from? Yes, okay. Yeah, it's still quite warm here in early morning Oz. It's 25 degrees in my shed office, which is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, because it's summertime here. This is the last month of summer, but it'll remain pretty warm and sticky here for another month or so, and then we can expect some cooler weather, and not before time. How come I've got 13 thumbs up? -7. -42. Man, that is cold. No, I like the cold weather, but not that cold. But I don't like being cold, if you know what I mean. I prefer the cool to cold weather than the heat. But still, it'll be your turn soon to get the heat. The heat of summer. Yeah, very cold weather. Yes, I saw it on the news last night's news. I think it was in Pennsylvania. There was a very bad road crash. Something like, well, I'm not sure if it was 8 people killed and many injured. It was something like 40 trucks and cars piled up in the snow. I might be wrong about where it was. Aruba. Where is Aruba? Oh, in Lebanon County. Okay. Yeah. Well, that must have been the one I saw in the news. Then there were I saw several trucks and many other smaller vehicles, motor vehicles. Yeah, what didn't look very good at all. And from what I heard, there was a few deaths and many casualties. Well, there was a crash on the news. I can only assume that it was something like a 40 vehicle pile up in the snow, and so I assume that's the same one that was on the news here in Australia. Oh yes, we keep well informed here, and I like to keep well informed with what's going on in the world. Oh well, it might have been a different accident then. The one I saw, they said 40 vehicles. But who knows, maybe it ended up being 100 vehicles, I don't know. No, but you know what news reports are like? You know, they sometimes get their facts wrong. Yeah, it's not nice, is it? No, this weather, the weather you're experiencing anyhow. Fortunately, we don't have those conditions here in most parts of Australia. Oh, we still have snow in some areas, but we don't get the blizzards and the extreme cold you get. No, I don't want to come to the US. No, thank you. I don't want to leave the shores of Australia. I'm just getting too old to be travelling now, except around Australia by motor vehicle. Well, I don't really want to travel Australia either. I really, I go away every winter time. I go bush every winter time and visit a cousin who owns a property, and I camp on the mountain on his property for about 7 or 8 weeks, and then I go inland fishing for a while. So I'm retired. That's how I can do that. I virtually don't have a schedule, which is what you work so long and hard for. How did I find out about YouNow? Well, that's a good question. A friend of mine in the US was a very good friend of Haley Knox, a young singer-songwriter, and he said that she was live doing a broadcast, and gave me the link, and I went over and watched for a little bit, and I thought, well, this is about maybe 5-6 weeks ago, so I'm fairly new to YouNow, and I thought, well, this looks interesting, I might give it a go myself. So that's how it all started. Yeah, she's a singer-songwriter, but there's quite a few singer-songwriters on YouNow, very talented people. But yes, that's how it came about, virtually sheer happenstance. I think it goes under Haley Knox, as far as I'm aware. I don't know when she broadcasts. It varies. I think it's random. So that's how it happened. And I've met a lot of nice people on YouNow, and for a bloke who's only been doing broadcasts for less than 5 weeks, excuse me, I'm nearly up to level 17, and I've got about 120 fans, and I don't know, something like 2,700 views. So I suppose that's not too bad for an old fella. How long I'll do it, I don't know. As long as I like doing it, I'll continue, and when I stop like doing it, I'll stop. JJ the Stud 21 is watching. Hello, JJ the Stud. And welcome to this early morning broadcast. It's 12:30 a.m. Monday morning here in Australia on the East Coast. If it was on the West Coast, it would be 9:31, because there's a 3-hour time difference between East and West. And I just finished watching the movie The Martian with Matt Damon. It wasn't a bad movie on DVD. It was quite interesting. The special effects never cease to amaze me. These productions must be very expensive. Very expensive indeed. But no, it was pretty good entertainment. I'd recommend it to you. Can't say I enjoyed it as much as Jurassic World or Man of Steel, but it was entertaining nonetheless. Pretty long movie. I think it went for 2¼ hours. It held my interest. Yes, 12:32. I suppose I should be thinking about going to bed. I'll finish my tea and maybe call it a night, a morning. So, JJ the Stud, where are you from, please? Maybe the gentleman is not here now. So it is reasonably early morning, isn't it? Valentine's Day in the United States. Well, I'm not getting not much of an audience here, and there's not many comments flowing, because without the comments flowing, it's pretty hard to carry on a broadcast. And it is early and late, if you can understand what I'm saying. Well, considering my captive audience of 2 is not responding, perhaps it might be better if I just call it quits and say so long, farewell, and see you next time. Yeah. How do I know? Well, you might not be there, Joe Yorker. How do I know Haley Knox? Through a friend. Well, he was once a friend. We used to talk regularly on Skype, but I don't talk with him anymore. He, well, let's just say we had a falling out. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. Yes, but I don't, your dog had to go and relieve itself. I can understand that. When you got to go, you got to go. Yes, I don't really know Haley Knox. I know of her through this past friend I had. Abby, the pageant winner. Are you really? Abby, are you really a pageant winner? Thank you for watching. It's 12:34 a.m. here on the East Coast. Well, thank you very much. 41 likes. Thank you, Jay Yorker. Very much appreciated. I keep forgetting where the camera is. I know it's right up here, but I end up usually going over here or over here. It's the age thing. So, Abby, the pageant winner. Are you a pageant winner? Yeah, usually when I do a broadcast on talk, I end up being #1 because perhaps there's not that many people who do it. A broadcast under the tag talk. And of course it is early, so yeah, but I normally end up #1. So I suppose that's something I can take some satisfaction in. Normally I'm not a loss for words, but it's the higher the left. Yeah, that seems to be about true too. Yes, I once did an 18-hour broadcast, which is the limit when you go on under the tag of talk, because at the end of the 18 hours, YouNow cut me off. They sent me a notice that I'd reached the limit of 18 hours. I wasn't on actually in front of the camera for 18 hours, so I just wanted to see what happened after 18 hours, well, whatever time it was. So I just left the camera going overnight and came back the next morning. Yes. I just want to try things out. I just like to... A new person is watching. Hello, new person, and welcome to this broadcast. Yeah, they sent me a notice. They said 18 hours, your broadcast will be terminated in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and suddenly that was it. As I say, it must be the limit, the time limit for the tag talk. Obviously it's not the time limit if you are a member of the sleeping fraternity, but I don't know. I don't know. I really don't understand that sleeping squad. Why would you want to leave the camera on while you're sleeping? You'd have to be very careful with what you did. Yeah, they terminated after 18 hours. I was thinking that if... I remember someone saying, or I saw somewhere that they'd run a 48-hour marathon, and I thought, all right, to raise money for a charity. And I thought, well, I'd be interested in doing something like that. But I don't know how they run a marathon for 48 hours, because on the talk tag, it ends after 18. Maybe it's a new policy they brought in, I don't know. But yeah, they sent me a notice 2 minutes, I think it was, before they terminated the broadcast, and said your broadcast will terminate in 2 minutes and counting. And the funny thing was, after that, I had a lot of trouble with YouNow. I couldn't, I'd been relegated to a newcomer. You know, I'd lost me. Yeah, well, it must be. But as I say, it depends on what tag. Maybe it's different time limits for different tags. I don't know. But I won't be doing an 18-hour broadcast again. No, usually, I think the longest is about 2.25 hours. And that's when you get a lot of people on who make comments, and you start answering questions, and you can talk to them. You know, they might ask you something, you ask them something, and it goes on, and that's what makes the broadcast good. But as I say, I'm a newcomer to YouNow, virtually not quite 5 weeks, I think. But as I said, I don't know how long I'll be broadcasting for. I'm not getting any younger. But I do plan to do a broadcast from the top of the mountain on my cousin's property out in the bush. Yeah, just because I can. I have a mobile Wi-Fi setup that I can set up for the internet, and I can post on Facebook, and I can upload short videos to YouTube, and yeah, so it's cool. And of course, being on top of the mountain, I've got pretty good reception. So yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes. I'll be going for a haircut. Okay then. Thank you for being here, Jay Yorker. Have a good day. and don't get your hair cut too short. I did mine myself. Brad Bates is watching. Hello, Brad Bates, and welcome to this early morning broadcast from the east coast of Australia. It's 12:40 a.m. and I sound like a radio broadcaster. I just finished watching the movie The Martian with Brad Damon, so I just decided to do an impromptu broadcast for half an hour, whatever. Yes, you must be a lot younger than me. I used to be into that myself when I was, 40 odd years ago. But yeah, I can understand. Yeah, I find having my hair short suits me now because I do a lot of welding, and I like, I find long hair's a bit of a nuisance when you're always wearing a welding helmet and so on and so forth. But yeah, you're not going to style it yourself, but you're going to get a barber to do it or a hairdresser. Okay, well then, go and get your hair styled and get out there and look handsome for all the ladies. Greta P is watching. Hello, Greta P, and welcome to this early morning broadcast here on the east coast of Australia. You are watching the man from Oz who is now #1 on Talk. But then again, there's probably no one else is silly enough to be broadcasting at this time. So no wonder I'm #1. I've got no competition. Yes. So, Greta P, where do you hail from? Well, now #2 on Talk. Maybe someone else is broadcasting as well. No, I'm #1. I don't care if I'm #1, #10 or #100. Doesn't bother me. I don't do it for the ratings. I just do it because I enjoy broadcasting. It's as simple as that. And if I stop enjoying it, I'll stop doing it. Same with my YouTube channel. If I stop having fun with my YouTube channel, I won't bother with it anymore. So, Greta P, where do you hail from? Where do you live? Jamie CLS 550 is watching. Hello, Jamie CLS 550. Welcome to this impromptu and early broadcast here on the east coast of Australia. It's 12:42 a.m. Monday morning, and of course it's Sunday in the United States if that's where you're from, and it's probably Sunday in most places. So it'll be Valentine's Day for you. Feb 14. It's now Feb 15. I actually got a Valentine's greeting from one of my fans. That was nice of it, wasn't it? I didn't expect that. Yeah. So, Jamie, where do you hail from? Maybe it's too early in the morning. People do this. They just get onto YouNow and see someone flapping their gums, and they get on and have a look, and then they say, "Well, I'm going somewhere else." Because according to the eye down here, there's only 2 people, and yet I got 56 thumbs up. I don't understand that. How can I get 56 thumbs up when it's, according to the eye, there's only 2 people watching? Don't understand that at all. Yeah. No, Jamie's not going to tell me where he or she hails from either. Oh. No one seems to be interested in making comments. Well, I suppose my wife is wondering where I've gotten to. She's in bed reading, and she's probably fast asleep by now, and I suppose it is getting late or early, so maybe I should cut this broadcast short and say so long, sayonara, au revoir, adieu, farewell. Can anyone tell me why I've got 56 thumbs up when there's only 2 people watching? That seems somewhat of an anachronism to me. I don't know. Okay. I think I might quit while I'm ahead. I'm number one in talk, so I've been going for 25 minutes. No one seems to be interested in talking to me, so I am going to say bye-bye. Have a great Valentine's Day, one and all, and I'll be back perhaps tomorrow night. So long, folks. Bye for now. Adios.